You look lonely. I can fix that. You look like a good job.
Ready? Go. 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 Oi, 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 oi. More energy, more power. Oi. Bloody hell, mate. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, mind up. Oi, yeah. More energy, more power. Oi, oi, that was mad. More passion. Let me see that footwork. Give it to them. More passion, more energy, more passion, more energy.
Well, and this is
more energy.
You know what this is. Where the good times happen.
I don't know, whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video.
What is
for credits?
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Huh?
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
We obviously didn't communicate clearly. We're here to discuss your surrender, not mine.
Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que pensar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivada y tú aburres mi corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que pensar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivado. Corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura papi tra tra tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo papi ya no más. Déjame pendejo papi ya no más. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura papi tra tra tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo papi ya no más. Déjame pendejo papi ya no más.
What? Is up, everybody? It is your boy Luis Martinez, aka at Big Chief Rito, live with you on a consequential Tuesday.
I know. Continue. I was not
We have
interrupted.
this show live and direct from San Diego, California, the Burrito Lounge.
Uh-huh.
We're
here.
Difference.
Yes, I was going to comment on it. You look quite demure. You look smart, intelligent,
Hey, listen,
learned.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
It depends
Yes.
what the man did.
Everything's so clear now. It's kind of disconcerting. What's up, Dizzy Miss Lizzie? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody that's tuning in. YouTube. And we got Kurt, Notorious, Corey Plays, Javier Munoz Films, Tony RDG joining us on Instagram. What's up, guys? Over on IG. We got YouTube. We got Twitch. We got Facebook. I'll try to get everybody's comment up on the screen if you guys are making commentary as go along. But here we are. We decided to do an election night coverage.
Yeah.
Not really having an idea one way or the other what was going to happen in terms of us just kind of like being like, hey, why don't we usually stream on Tuesdays. Why don't we do election night? Figuring we could do like a drunk show or
I have no booze.
Something like that. I'm kind of glad we didn't do a drunk show though.
I mean, now I wish I was drunk, but
now you wish you were drunk. I was gonna be like, well, we could do a shot or take a drink every time.
We should. Every time we lose.
Every time that steak gets called or.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down. Maybe not a shot, but a baby shot. Let's do it.
So we can have a sip. We can have a sip now and then when something happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, it might be Jover.
It's not going well.
It could be Jover already. We could have 4 more years of I don't know. What are your thoughts so far? Getting like some of this like depressing. Well, I don't mean honestly. Like I said, we get the president we deserve.
Yeah.
So it's like it just further solidifies that we're fucking cooked as a nation already. Anyway, so
I know it makes me really depressed.
What are your early thoughts? The big news is the New York Times election predictor has it currently at 89%.
No.
It has it at 89%. The 3 Kurt says the 3 a.m. votes will soon come in. We need a big dump.
Yeah.
We definitely need those massive dumps that Trump talks about to come in right now.
Yeah, we do. All right, well, California's blue. What? That's a big.
Listen, I just saw something that said that she might win New York City with 66%, which is the lowest any Democrat has ever won.
I am shocked because I knew it would be tight-ish, but not like this, and definitely not losing. I definitely had a lot more. I was more sure that she would win, and just one by one, and so for her to be the lowest ranking voted in New York is kind of baffling. What are your thoughts on like the liberal states even kind of going low for Kamala?
Yeah, that's strange. I mean, there was this poll that said she could win Iowa. I was gone. There was early morning. There was already the first thing that I saw was that first thing I saw this morning was that they were already complaining or laying the groundwork to be able to complain about Pennsylvania by saying there was cheating happening in Philadelphia.
Oh.
So that led me to believe that they were maybe panicking about that. They were like setting the groundwork early to be like, see, it's rigged, right? Mm-hmm. And as it sits right now, I don't think there's a lot of that happening because they're at 89% chance of winning, 89% chance, likely Trump, by the New York Times needle. He's projected at 299 electoral votes. She needs to sweep the last of the 3. She needs to sweep Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, without Pennsylvania, it's Jover anyway. Yeah. But that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah, no, I'm worried about Michigan. I mean, I'm worried about all of them. But from what I've heard from just like the past few weeks, months, everything is Michigan has a very high Arab, Jesus, Arab population. And so places like Dearborn, I know there's a lot of Palestinians and stuff like that. So I don't think Kamala is very popular there. In fact, they kind of hate her. So I was listening to Democracy Now! And they were interviewing someone from the community, and she mentioned, like, from the people that I've asked, anecdotally, it's some Kamala, some Trump, but a lot of people that are kind of voting third party because they hate Kamala and they just can't bring themselves to vote for either. Which, again, I've always said I love third party, absolutely do it. Not in a swing state, unless you're in a swing state. That's where it matters a lot. So,
yeah, this is one of the things that I had tagged for tabs today, which was I didn't know how dire it was going to be though.
yeah.
The uncommitted movement, which promised to leverage constituents' votes to force Democrats to change its position on Israel, received $400,000 from a Democratic-aligned PAC that explicitly prevents beneficiaries from endorsing a candidate other than Harris. So, essentially, the uncommitted movement was bought out, but so that was a story that broke yesterday. So not sure how that would affect Michigan if they were not allowed to endorse a candidate on Harris. That doesn't mean they were not allowed to vote for a candidate other than Harris.
True.
Oh, and man, the other big thing is exit polling showing that Trump's winning Hispanic vote at 52%.
That's what I wanted to ask you about, because you spoke out, especially in our last stream, of heavily against pendejos for Trump, and I wanted to know, how are you feeling checking in, knowing that, like, Texas, for example, a big Latino population loves Trump apparently. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, and like you said about the independents, I guess in Texas it doesn't necessarily matter as much because but I mean, nationwide, 50% of Latinos. And this is sort of going to the who gets to be white sort of theory, like Irish and Italians weren't considered white until they were there for a few generations, and they consider themselves white. Mm-hmm. So I think Latinos entering that third, fourth generation in the States are not considering themselves brown anymore. They consider themselves whites. Because why else would you be for somebody that wants to literally end birthright citizenship, which is the reason you're a citizen? Because your grandmas and your tias and your abuelos and even your mom and dad were not American or not considered American. They were Mexican, they were Honduran, they were Cuban, they were Colombian. They were not American. And if they end birthright citizenship, that's retroactive, which means just because you were born here, if your parents weren't American, you're not an American. That's literally something that's on the table by Republicans, ending birthright citizenship because they hate brown people so much. So that is a huge... what?
Yeah.
Which way did it go? That's definitely a huge, like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
In my mind, I'm having trouble computing it, but I've always had trouble computing pendejos and Latinos for Trump because of the fact that they're voting against their own self-interest. They're voting for somebody or party that's aligned with people that they're voting for somebody who gets their policy from Stephen Miller, who's an outright hater of all Mexican people and brown people, who grew up in California hating Latinos, who writes policy based on wanting the U.S. to be a ethno state, a Christian ethno state. They're doing all you can say Donald Trump's not a racist, or he's no longer a racist, or he's a Democrat from New York and he's an outsider, but you can't say that the people that he's aligning themselves aren't racist because Stephen. What's up, Bonzo? How you feeling today?
I was going to say, I wonder how much of that has to do with religion. Or focus on religion and abortion. Exactly. I think when it comes to Latinos, I generally don't know how much they care about immigration. I think it's one of those, like, afterthoughts.
Yeah, it's
You
I
know,
close the door behind me. Yeah.
yeah, close the door behind me. Who cares? Whatever. I think it's more about like probably there's a correlation among religion and Latinos because let's be honest, Latinos by and large are a very conservative group, very homophobic, and I know that like they've been going really, really, really hard against trans people, and like just really
Anonymous for they them.
yeah, scapegoating basically other minorities, and I feel like they just Trump's campaign, I feel like they did a great job at pitting minorities against each other. And I guess the fear mongering is working with Latinos. I still think they're pendejos, of course, but I'm just baffled. I'm just like, what? What?
Listen, if this continues as is, then I think it's definitely going to be the fault of what's up, Karina Gasco? It's definitely going to be the fault. What's up, Roswell and XCVI on Instagram? What's up, everybody over there? Just FYI, Instagram. If you guys are with us live, I'll be trying to get your comments read on air, but they won't pop up on screen from Instagram. You have to go over to Facebook or YouTube for us to be able to put them up on screen like this. FYI, but I will see them and read them. Two things, obviously, very similar to 2016. The DNC just being smelling their own farts, thinking they know better than everybody, trying to outright the right by saying, no, we're the party that's against immigration. Look at us. We hate brown people. We're the party of genocide and war. We're the party that moves to the center, right, where you're never going to outflank the Republicans and the right on those issues. Ignoring their constituency, ignoring the young people that are by a wide margin leaning more left, socialist, left, all these things. Hey, Sophia Carr joining us over on Instagram.
I want to see the comments too, man.
Yeah, it's a combination of those things as well, and the Kamala Harris campaign running a horrible campaign, running on Joe Biden and towards Joe Biden instead of away from him. Turning their back on Muslim Americans and the genocide happening, and not realizing that they have a total an unlikable candidate, the same way they had one in Hillary. So it's like 2016 all over again if this is where we're going.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I guess the only thing is I thought that they were doing a better campaign. I mean, Tim Walz is like the most liked of all the people involved. JD Vance is going to be our vice president. That's disgusting. Like, and then the fact that like something tactful that they did that I thought was very intelligent, because yes, Kamala is crap, right? I don't like her. And they did this really smart thing where she just wasn't doing media for a very long time. They knew Tim Walz was the more likable candidate, and he was the one doing all the interviews. That was a smart choice. I do feel like this campaign was a lot better than Hillary's campaign. I think it was less cringe. It was more timely. I think where they dropped the ball bigly was on the whole Gaza thing. I think that them not choosing sides in certain issues is a huge problem. But then my biggest disappointment is, and I feel like I would feel a lot better, not that I would like losing to Trump, but I would feel better losing to someone if they didn't run such a shit campaign. Like objectively, this was the worst campaign. He didn't even try, right? This was the most like fascistic, racist, like bad shit campaign. And it just, no, there's no way. Because like his campaign in 2016? That one was good.
Yeah.
That one was a great campaign. And kudos, his first campaign ever, kudos to him. He deserved it. Like, no offense. It was a great campaign. 2020, not so much. And this one was probably his worst. And the fact that even with that, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the state of affairs is with our people in this country, but Jesus.
A lot of people are tired of damn crapola. Doesn't mean you think you're white. No, I don't mean you think you're white.
I agree.
I think it has to do with not understanding that like with Italians and Irish, they weren't considered white, and then they were brought into the fold after a few generations. And I think that's what's happening with Latinos. What I mean by white is like more
Like
of
you're
a
one of like you're
one
an
of us.
American.
You're an American now. You got to
Mhm.
like be an American. You got to be more conservative. You got to, you know what I mean? Like,
More nationalism.
yeah, you have to, you start actively being against it. Like the Irish Americans and Italian Americans being anti-immigrant is preposterous because in the 1900s they came to the US in droves. Like if Fox News would have been on in like the early 1900s, it was like there's an influx of Irish and Italian coming to this country, and
Mhm.
you know what happens 80, 90 years later, they're ingrained into society and they are now quote unquote white. You know, they are
Mhm.
part of America. They've assimilated, so they are now anti. You can't find. I'm gonna go ahead on a limb and say that most Irish Americans and Italian Americans are anti-immigration, even though they are the number one beneficiary of immigration. And the same goes now for this new crop of, you know, pendejos for Trump that forget where they literally forget where they came from, where their ancestors came from, where their immediate families came from, and that some of the policies that are out there are going to directly hurt them
Mhm.
and their families and people that look like them. I have not. Like, for example, I always talk about the Reagan amnesty, which is something that benefited my family. And what if Trump decides, listen, the Reagan amnesty was wrong and we're going to rescind that, and everybody that got fucking legal, you know what I mean? Like there is nothing that they can't undo. They undid abortion, which was the law of the land, which was supposed to be donezo, not something that's up for debate. Now it's up for debate. Next up is going to be marriage equality. They can do that with a stroke of a pen. It'll go to the Supreme Court, and guess where all the Christo fascists are at? They are in the Supreme Court. So anything they get to the Supreme Court, they're gonna win. Anything that they get, so yeah, marriage equality is next. Birthright
Whoa.
citizenship is already on the table. You know, they're gonna mass deport people that have been living here for 20 years and contributing to society. They ran on a party of they ran on saying that immigrants are murdering people. It's been like 25 people that got killed. Like
Yeah.
slow weekend in Chicago, as they like to say. His
That's fucking
appointing
crazy.
a younger Supreme Court terrifies me. Unchecked
Yeah.
immigration isn't good. Just has the Cherokee and the Apache. Okay, I mean, I see what you're saying there. But
But now we're getting into colonization.
we're at.
That's
So, yeah.
that's wholly
But
different.
the reality, no matter what you and I decide, no matter how we feel about it, we're at 89% likely.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, check in 230.
89%.
And then the swing states are looking red. So
Yeah.
no
Swing
bueno.
All right. So we got a couple of things happening in the background. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, any links here about anything happening, let us know. I'm also going to shoot the link over to the homie Reed, who said he might want to stop by tonight. If he's up and nervous on the East Coast, we'll shoot him the link.
Yeah. So Senate looks like Senate is looking real red. Real red too.
Looking real red.
Yep. Fucking red wave, baby. Oh shit.
Oh my goodness. The red wave that was.
Do this.
And the thing that's happening is also all the stuff that's happening is that in places even where like the abortion things were passing and people were voting for Democratic governors and senators, they weren't voting for a Democrat for president. So there's a lot of split votes. You know, there was a lot of split ballots. I feel like you're in the Twilight Zone. Yeah, no.
Me too.
Yeah, we might be in full cope mode for the next several months.
Yeah.
Get the copium ready.
I'm happy to live in California.
Moving? Is anybody ready making dramatic plans to move to South America?
Mexico's looking real nice this time of year. They have a female president.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be one of the expats.
Claudia Sheinbaum, save me. Yeah. I do like California though. It's like it feels really nestled and nice. How's the gay one going? You know, the one that I voted on. Hold on.
How's the gay one going?
Yeah, hold on. Let me look
right,
at. I'm looking at my ballot.
Do you want to tune in to Democracy Now, or should we go to? Actually, I want to listen to Hassan for a little bit.
Yeah, I want some chaos. Let's go Hassan, and then maybe end it with
Not
Democracy Now.
because of Jill Stein.
Yeah,
PFL.
like there's like plenty of fucking states where she's losing, where like her turnout strategy should have been more successful, right? North Carolina and Georgia. Her like we're gonna make the suburbs scream. We're gonna unleash ourselves upon the suburbs and make them fucking sing the praises of Mao Zedong. What happened? What happened to that technique? Seems like they're still very much Hitlerian. The suburbs seemingly have remained pro Adolf Hitler. Okay.
Yeah.
Turns out trotting out Liz Cheney wasn't successful. Shocking.
No, her father left public office with a 13% approval rating. It's just this doesn't need to be hard. This shouldn't have been hard. This shouldn't have been so complicated. They didn't need to make the compromises that they made. They didn't need to do what they did. It was just never needed to be this difficult.
I agree that bringing out Liz Cheney was the dumbest move of all fucking
The roadmap
time.
was always there. Like, God, she's winning fucking New Jersey in single digits. You think that's because of wokeness?
People don't understand. I need you guys who are watching to understand something, okay? We're not over here gloating because the Democrats are fucking losing. Like, oh, we wanted them to lose. We're saying that, like, if the Democrats implemented a better turnout strategy than this, like, demonstrable fucking failure, it would have been probably a better safeguard against growing fascism in this country.
Or just had like a coherent understanding of what they
My thing is they'll never go more liberal. They're not gonna
any kind
go more
of
left.
like, vision for what they were doing other than just
one of the things that we're talking about earlier is that there's this shift among Latino voters, male Latino voters, black male voters, that shifted very much conservative. And they had all these influxes and changes in young voters where they assumed a lot of the younger voters were going to be voting Democrat, but they're actually not. So there is, according to the DNC, there is no reason for them to shift further to their base in the left. They're going to always try to play to the center. So the Democrats might just start going full on racist, full on turd sandwich. I mean, full on douche.
I hope not, because then they're alienating the liberals that'll just go third party.
I mean, if you believe that they're two wings of the same bird, which I do sort of believe that.
I agree.
Then it's gonna like, then it's kind of like a different kind of cope, because you're like, what's really going to change about our lives? California, not much. What are the major changes that could happen to California, right? Tariffs on imports that would fuck the economy. If they start doing raids in strawberry fields and farms and factories, I mean, that's gonna fucking wreck the world economy. California is its own state. California is the fourth largest economy in the world. So if we want to go brass tacks, like what's going to change, I've always said that the economy is typically better under Republicans. Just as a thing, because they used to be pro-business, tax breaks for billionaires, blah, 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 all this bullshit. So, but
That makes it worse. What do you mean? Tax break for billionaires?
Well, in
Letting
general,
it run like a business?
Economies usually are okay under Republicans, right? It's just
I disagree. I mean, I disagree if you're into tax cuts for the rich.
But I'm saying that those sort of things in the economy, in as much as like stock market, shit like that, like the usual indicators of a strong economy. Now, Republicans also always have a deficit. Sometimes Democrats will actually have a surplus in money and stuff like that. But I just don't think there's going to be like a huge change to our lives as Californians unless they start raiding factories and farmhouses, knocking on doors and trying to. California might secede at that point.
I know, right?
I mean, like Trump has a chance to do something like horrible. You know, listen, the plan to take 20 million people living in the U.S. and deport them all is nonsensical because of the fact that how much money it would cost to detain, house, put in detention centers, and then extradite, whether it was like extraditiously, those people to countries that may or may not want them. That plan is kind of like, I don't think it's going to happen. The vitriol and the hatred from the right will obviously continue to mount. So bullshit like that could start happening. And then I don't know. There's all these other things that happened during the last Trump presidency. Rises in anti-Semitism, rises in white nationalism, rises in hate crimes. I don't know, but if Hispanic voters, Black voters, all voted for him, then I don't know. It's like, is this what the country wants? Like we're just a shitty ass group of people.
Yeah, I know. It's wild also seeing the map, knowing that like a lot, you know, I don't know if it's substantial, but a lot of liberals are moving to different states because they can't afford California, Oregon, or Washington or whatever. And still seeing that those states are red, you know, I'm glad to see that Nevada still they don't have results, because I'm like, I would hope that's blue.
Yeah,
but like
California, Oregon.
But like, for example, Utah, Idaho, and Arizona, I feel like, come on, we should be getting bluer there. I guess Arizona's still kind of a toss-up, but we got Minnesota. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully.
Did they?
And it's leaning blue. Yeah. Pretty heavily.
Well,
and we got Illinois, so that's good.
Yeah. And then the other part, and they mentioned this earlier, is why the fuck would you pick a progressive VP if you were going to run towards the middle?
Why what? Say that again, sir?
So why would you pick a VP that was progressive if you were going to run towards the middle?
That's why. Because you can't run towards the middle if your VP is right, or right to you, you know, or middle as well. You would look too conservative.
Listen, Bonzo, I want you to shut the fuck up about what I do or don't know about what's happening in the world, all right?
Whoa, don't fight.
But don't tell me the so-called rises in racism is all TV manufactured. That is a fucking fact of fucking life. All right? Keep it fucking cute, Bonzo.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that's true. I mean, listen, racism
exists.
You're
telling me racism doesn't fucking exist, you fucking idiot? What kind of fucking idiot are you, dude? Racism is manufactured, you fucking moron? You fucking moron. How the fuck are you gonna sit here and come on our show and say racism is TV manufactured? What kind of fucking idiot are you?
All right, settle down.
God damn, man. Fucking thanks for watching.
I know. You decided to do election. I said I'm gonna go crazy.
Thanks for watching. But honestly, what the fuck are you talking about? Racism is not manufactured. It's a fact of fucking life.
I would hope that he means, like, I don't know. Bonzo, do you want to elaborate?
That it doesn't change, that it doesn't, that it didn't change, that it didn't change. It was palpable. It was palpable. You could feel it. There was people walking around in San Diego with fucking Nazi shit all over, walking into stores. You would see it on their fucking windshields. This was not an imagined thing where it was palpable in California. palpable to anybody that was fucking paying attention to it. That doesn't make any sense. 89% chance of Trump victory as we get here.
Yeah, no, I mean, that, yes, sorry, Bonzo, love you, but that's a stupid point. It is not TV manufactured. Maybe what you mean is like it's blown out of proportion and propaganda and yada yada, that whole thing. But no, racism is a fucking fact of life. So
yeah, it's a non.
The fuck.
Yeah. You can't say. I'm sorry.
Like, who says that? I'm sorry. That one's that one wasn't your best, buddy. Wasn't your best. But on the good news, hold on, because the only state that matters. No, I'm kidding. But the ballot, I really cared about Prop 3 in California, and it passed, baby. We needed over 50% to go, and we got 61.2. Woo! Done. Yeah. That one is the amendment to California's constitution would repeal a ban on same-sex marriage and instead declare marriage to be a fundamental right. Woo! All right, so that's good. That makes me feel good with this stupid Supreme Court. Let's look at the other props. What else did I vote on?
Yeah, give me some news. Give me some.
That one's a great one. That was a good one.
Listen, there's always good news. Good news for the gays.
Speaking good news for the gays today.
You guys got another one. You got Chloe Grace Moretz comes out as gay.
That's the least surprising thing in the whole fucking world. Just gay, like pure gay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Came out as a gay woman.
She did that one film. It was a queer film. Listen, I have a theory that like all these straight women, if you do more than 3 films that are queer, you're gay. Like Julianne Moore.
Is that anecdotal? Is that anecdotal?
I just feel like Sophia Bush. Like I just feel like if you're doing this role recurringly just to fuck women and you're married to a man, you might be a little gay. Because why are you booking the same character over and over and over?
You're saying that the characters have just the right amount of lesbian angst, and you think that might be an indicator that the person in the movie might be a little gay?
Julianne Moore is a homosexual. I
do.
I've
never.
Yeah.
I would not.
I think that Rachel Weisz, little homosexual.
Wow, a little bit. Wow, not even in our personal life has I heard about something like that.
Stop it! Stop that.
So you're saying if in every film you make you incorporate a little bit of lesbian angst,
I know what you're getting at.
There might be something there. Is that what you're saying to me?
I can't comment.
And that maybe in the past I'll be like, man, why do all your movies have so much lesbian angst?
I can't comment.
And then you're like,
I know who you're talking about, and I can't comment on this.
You're saying this with zero irony.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Oh man! Oh no! There's a reply. We were having fun. Come on.
You guys. All right. Listen, man. You can say whatever the fuck you want to me about me. The conversation can flow. I am not afraid. I'm not afraid of arguing. I'm not afraid of being wrong. But don't come in and say something that I feel is like blatantly wrong, and then not think that I'm not gonna call you out on it. Like I said, the rise in racism was palpable, not only by the change in Twitter when it became a right-wing cesspool, but just in your day-to-day life, it just became more, you know. And don't forget, I got the glasses on. This is intellectual. I got fat.
He could be worse without the glasses. Prop 32 raising minimum wage. Did that pass? Let's see. Prop 32.
The so-called rise is meant for the average right voter is not a Nazi. No, I know you're going through a tough time, so I'll let that stuff go. I would say you are correct. The average right voter is, like I said, not all right-wing voters are Nazis, but all Nazis are right-wingers. I'm just saying that the right-wing Republicans, MAGA, has the support of 99% of all Nazis and racists. No, I'm not going to say 90 because there's brown and black racists. Maybe 89% of all races voting right wing, I would say, with like 11% voting left would be my guess. So I don't, to say there was no change during the Trump predecessors is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the ridiculous part is the manufactured by TV part. I don't think the rise or thinking that the average voter is not like. I think we're agreeing on that part. I think it's the statement of it was manufactured by TV. It's just your opinion. I'm sorry. Yeah, like of course it amplifies everything, any emotion, It amplifies everything and it spreads shit quicker. So I'll give you that much. But to say that it's manufactured by TV as if it was a concept that wasn't in like part of reality is a dumb statement.
Now,
Like, it just is.
TV does want Trump to win, though. TV does. CNN,
Who's
all
TV?
these.
We have to. I mean,
TV.
we would have to give it a definition.
You know why? Because it's and think about it this way: most big TV stations, they're in New York, California, right? Their lives are not going to change substantially either. If you're in New York, your life isn't going to change that much under a Trump presidency. What living in the U.S. feels like will change, and the things that people around you might deal with might change. But if you're a rich New York person that's living in New York and you're running a cable station and you see the numbers of when Trump is president, we get X amount of advertising dollars because, don't forget there's money in the counterculture. There's money in the salud. There's money in being the party that is the party against the popular party, right? There's money there. There's money in hate watching. So I think it's 100% amplified by TV. But I also think that TV wants Trump to win because it's better for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. All I know is that the correct statement for racism and Trump is that yes, it did go up under. I think he emboldened a lot of people that were maybe closeted racist to come out. You could agree or disagree. I don't care. That's just my experience. But Prop 32 looks like California will not be raising their minimum wage. Feel about that how you will.
What does that mean?
They want the minimum wage is staying stagnant. It's not going to go up. That's kind of sad in my opinion. I voted yes on that one. I wanted that one.
Oh,
what? No, what?
91%.
Oh, it's over. I'm gonna move to Mexico.
It might be Jover.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because it looks like Pennsylvania's pretty dunzo. Looks like Wisconsin's. I mean, it's getting there. And Michigan. I mean, come on.
Pennsylvania. Let's take a look at Pennsylvania right now. Pennsylvania, Trump is up 51% to 47%.
How much of the votes have been counted?
82% of the estimated vote has been reported. So basically,
that's no bueno.
Yeah, 82% of votes still recording.
Yeah, dude. Karina said, "Can we get a mansion in Mexico? I own land. Help me build one. Let's all move there. It's by the beach."
Look, 75%. So PA 75% Trump.
Give me out.
Yeah.
All righty. All right.
Huh? What? You all right?
Yeah. Retiring in Rosarito for me it is. Oh, that's a bummer, man.
California is not changing.
Yeah, California's good. I mean, listen.
California is its own thing.
We just did a good thing for gay marriage. All right. So that's awesome. Feels great.
California's not happy. Also, Kamala Harris was a very weak candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody hated her. Bad things is we're fucked from a Supreme Court standout because there's two more appointments.
Apparently,
two appointments. One of them might be a Republican. The other one would be Alito. I'm not sure who the two that are closest to retiring would be. Clarence Thomas might be one. So he might get two more Supreme Court justices on there. Listen, what if Kamala Harris has the balls to do what Mike Pence couldn't do and not certify the election on January 6th? Because she is both the president and the vice president. She could say, I don't take these electorates. I'm going to do what if she does what Trump wanted Mike Pence to do?
Oh, well, tell me more.
Well, what Trump wanted Mike Pence to do is because the vice president oversees the counting of the thing. is when it got to the states that like Pennsylvania and stuff, he wanted to decertify those and sent them back to the state for new delegates, right? Or they had alternate delegates, right? They had that whole thing where they're like, oh no, we were going to use this vote instead. And then if it gets sent back to the state, then it's the state assemblies, whatever, that decide. It's a whole fucking thing. So what if she just did that, but for herself?
Is that even, can she do that? Why not?
I mean, that's what Trump said. Pence didn't have the cojones to do.
So about do you think there's gonna be some sort of protest or massive I don't know, craziness on the streets from Democrats? Like, they stole our election.
I don't know. I think it would be an even crazier protest if somehow she pulls it out tonight, or if somehow they all go to sleep like too close to call, and then there's the massive dumps. If we get a massive dump tonight, then if we go to bed thinking that Trump has a 91% chance of winning, and now it's down to 90%. So you're saying there's a chance. So if we go to bed with a 90% chance of Trump winning, and we wake up with like Kamala winning, that would be they would be going insane. I think the Dems at the end of the day are cuckish.
Yeah,
so
I think they'll be fine.
I think they'll just go into like cry mode. They'll blame Latinos. They'll blame Muslims. They'll blame
the third party voters, which I hate. I fucking hate that so much.
But it's time to cope.
Yeah, I hate when they blame third party voters. I'm just like, how about you change and maybe become someone appealing?
Yeah, and again, fuck both sides. And fuck the Democrats, because they're fucking corrupt and horrible and genocidal and maniacs. They're fucking literal pieces of shit, cucks. They're worse. The DNC is the most corrupt, warmongering organization in the fucking world. And Trump is a psychotic that plays to the right, who fucking has Stephen I Love Himmler Miller in his ear, and who fucking has the religious fucking zealots in his pocket, and who is supported by tons and tons of racists and Nazis and horrible people. So you really can't win. We had a chance with Bernie 8 years ago, and we fucked him over. Yeah. And imagine the society that we had if Bernie would have been the Democratic candidate 8 years ago. We'd be AOC. This would be AOC's year.
Dude, that just reminded me, like, because I was thinking, like, my mind went to, like, he would have been the next Theodore Roosevelt, it would have been really good. And then that reminded me of how he started Social Security, and then suddenly I spiraled and got scared that now Social Security is going to be gone because of where we're at.
These third-party voters better tell us how we'll fix their single issue votes now. So the thing about that, in my opinion, is that third-party voters are voters that want more from their politicians. All these people that fell in line with Kamala are the same people that fell in line with Biden, even though they were Elizabeth Warren supporters, or they might have been Pete Buttigieg, or all these other whatever. All these people that fell in line with Biden are the problem with the Democratic Party. Is that they're very quick. They feel like as if they have the moral ground on one or two topics, that's enough for you to just fall in line and vote for them. In my opinion. I mean, I know you know this, everybody sort of, but so I think it's okay to want more from your politicians. It's okay to say you want more, I think. Yeah. So
especially when voting is like the one time that we get to voice, to use our power and our voices. So I understand that part. That's why I don't like the rhetoric of like, fuck third party voters, they ruined it for all of us. I understand, especially in
89%. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's a chance?
Uh-oh. We went from 91 to 89. Yeah, it's got to be more than just fall in line. We'll get to you later. It's because
Yeah.
Democrats run on fixing a problem that they never fix. Democrats are like, we're the party for black people. They don't do shit for black people. Democrats say, oh, we want all Latinos on our side because we're going to fix immigration. Have a chance to fix immigration. They don't fix immigration.
Mm-hmm.
So Democrats need to run on more than just Trump is bad. Get in line. Get in line. We'll work on that later on. Kicking the can down the line. Just basically saying yes. Trust us. We're right on the abortion side, and
we're less bad.
We're less bad, and just please get in line. And next election, and we'll next time we'll actually be something that people want.
Obama had a super fucking majority. He did nothing.
Zero.
I'll never forgive that ever.
He could have fixed everything he wanted to. Could have fixed immigration. They had a majority. They had a chance to fix immigration with Biden. They had the votes in the Senate and House, and they let a parliamentarian, which is an unelected position, a parliamentarian who just simply interprets the laws in Congress and says, I don't think, and you know what you can do with a parliamentarian? You can replace them with somebody who says the one thing you want. And they didn't fix immigration because of an unelected person. Because they said, we don't feel we should go against what the parliamentarian says, which is what a fucking feckless cuck says. And that's what Democrats are.
Yep. Full circle. Always comes back to full circle. All righty.
Fuck, it's back up to 91%.
Still
this needle is driving me insane. I went from 91 to 90 to 89.
Oh, God, the Senate looks so red.
Senate looks red.
How's the House looking? All right, House is looking better.
House is looking better? The House?
Slightly. Well, in my screen. What screen are you looking at? I'm just looking at the, Google.
Oh, you're looking at Google?
Yeah. Where are you at? Hold on. Share your screen. How about that?
Sure. Give me a second. What am I doing here?
Gracias.
Grazie, paparazzi. Let's see. The Needle live. What's the other thing I was watching? Where's oh, here they are. Oh,
this is not what I expected today, by the way.
Dude, I'm ordering barbecue or some shit.
Yeah. I'm getting that.
God damn it, I keep thinking of all the things that we've heard over the last months about what would happen, and
Elon Musk. He said Herschel Walker Jr. is going to be responsible for the missiles. I don't even know what
RFK is going to be in charge of healthcare and vaccines.
Stop. Dude, this is scary. Oh my God, we're going to lose all our rights.
RFK is going to be in charge of Department of. He said he was going to let him go wild on. He said he was going to let him go wild on vaccines and wild on all kinds of shit dealing with food and medicine.
Oh hell no!
That might affect California.
Fuck.
Elon Musk is going to be in charge of efficiency.
Oh my God. You think, conspiracy theory, do you think Elon Musk used all his money to make this happen?
He used a lot of money to make it happen.
He did a lot. Good for him.
Oh my God. There is that
Fuck that guy.
Is that it's a somber. It's somber. Oh, is that? Wait, no. Oh no.
Wait, no, that's Trump.
That's Trump. It looks somber, but
why are they sad?
They're just waiting around for him to.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
They just think he's gonna give a speech tonight, or he probably will.
I think so.
Yeah, they still got their hats on. Yeah, lots of hats. RFK said we're getting off fluoride. Yeah, he said no more fluoride in the water. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the fluoride thing. I mean, I don't know. It's supposed to be bad for you, but then it's not. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Well then.
Let's see what Democracy Now! Is saying.
I depressed. I sad. Let's look at more propositions.
Democracy Now! Is off the air.
The incarcerated one, Prop 6. What? Democracy Now! Is off the air? They're done. They did a 4-hour stream.
Oh, okay. Democracy Now! Is like, we're fucked.
We're fucked. We're done.
Oh yeah, they were only on for 8 to midnight, so it's midnight on the East Coast now.
Oh yeah, it's 9 p.m. Yeah, that's fair.
It's midnight on the East Coast. Let's see if they're gloating over on Fox News. Bones granted to control the Senate with at least 51 seats for outright majority. All right. PA, they still have it up for grabs.
Dude, Cali, did you see this is blowing my mind. Proposition 6?
No.
It prohibits slavery and involuntary servitude. So basically, like right now, we have slaves through our incarceration system, and you can do it. And so that they did a prop to literally stop that and make it illegal, and everyone voted no. They don't want to eliminate slavery. Whoa, Cali. They want to maintain that servitude.
Well, who's going to make our license plates?
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm joking, but oh my god, would that have meant that they would have had to give because the way they probably spun it is Prop 6 says we should pay prisoners $25 an hour. You know what I mean? Like, because how is it not slavery? The only way it's not slavery is if they're not forced.
It literally was just like it should be optional for them to like do certain stuff as opposed to forced as a punishment. So it could be voluntary if you want. They would make the same money. So the money was never in question. It was more like they could volunteer to get the $1 a day if they want it, but it's not going to be forced as punishment because currently they're using it as punishment, right?
All right. Time for wild conspiracy. Wild conspiracy. What if this is all for ratings?
What?
Because look, we're looking at the map right now, right? The only things that haven't been called are the only states that fucking matter, right?
Yeah.
It's literally everything else has been decided.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. It's like, oh, let's keep this going.
This is what it was going to come down to at 6 o'clock this morning, and it's still down to the same fucking states.
Yeah.
Right? He might be winning Pennsylvania, right? He wins Pennsylvania as fuck. But look, Nevada, Arizona, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, those are the only states that really fucking matter, and those are the ones that are right there. And
that's fair.
All that needs to happen is they need to put up a chart and be like, oh, this just in, the shift in the and we're,
yeah,
we're not so fucked. I don't know.
We might be. I think we are.
I mean, that's our only hope is if
we wake up tomorrow and it's like, hey guys, yeah, no, it's a good conspiracy. It's because of ratings. You guys are just playing a little trick on us.
House, it looks like they're taking the Senate, and they're taking the House. And right now, Trump has 61,548,000. 57,389,000. Wow.
Rigged. I'm gonna riot the Capitol.
What we should do is we should riot the Capitol.
I think that's a great idea.
Cut to us.
I'll call out of work. Let's do it. They'll understand.
Yes.
Did you foresee this stream being so sad?
Honestly, I'm not sad. Honestly, I'm not sad. I'm like.
I am, because women's rights are gone, gay rights are gone, healthcare is gonna be gone, Social Security, bye-bye. I've been working towards nothing. You think Republicans are gonna dip their toe more than that into our Social Security little handbag? I'll never retire.
Well,
I'll never retire.
What I think is that what was the worst thing about the first Trump presidency? COVID? I mean, COVID response?
No, I would have to Google it because honestly, I'm terrible at remembering all the bullshit.
What I'm saying is that
Trump laws passed first presidency.
Worst part. Hashtag. No, because what I'm thinking is that it's we thought it was going to be really bad, and it was, but it wasn't like an apocalyptical event. You know what I mean? Like, it was more like, oh, he's a joke in the national stage. He does all kinds of crazy shit. And for the majority of things, like the most extreme things that he tried to do, he got pushback on. Although what I'm worried about is if he wins and he has a super majority, like Republicans will actually like, I mean, but even then, Dems can veto unless he gets a super majority, which would be 60, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to get 60 senators. So unless he's taking a lot of like presidential actions on his own, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. I just worry that anything that he wants will be easily attainable because they have a majority everywhere. Especially the Supreme Court.
No, but they don't have a veto-proof majority.
Mm.
Yeah, they don't have 60. They don't have a super majority. They can pass legislation, but they can, you know, they can veto. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's got the veto. They can't override it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, well, he's president. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't know. I guess I just don't think it's. I guess it was like, was I like how enthusiastic would you be if it was the other way right now? Like, would you be like?
I'd be pretty stoked.
You'd be stoked, like.
Yeah, only because here's the thing. This is where the lesser of two evils comes to play. Is the fact that Dems, I fucking hate them, but at the very least, you feel safe under the, you know, like the social issues that you know would affect you, right? Like at the very least, they're not gonna do nothing they're not gonna make abortion illegal. They're not gonna go against gay marriage. They're not gonna go against, you know, human rights for the most part, I guess. Right. They're still gonna be terrible on immigration, but maybe hopefully less so, since we can hold them a little more accountable. That's not what they ran on, you know. They're still going to be genocidal maniacs, but like, for example, like just basically the issues that most directly affect the social aspect of it, I feel like you feel safe. And then from then we can move forward and work on things. Whereas with the Republican Party, you don't, at least I don't feel safe at all. Nothing I stand for, nothing I am, it is safe. Economically, because also I'm middle class, right? So like economically, I'm fucked. As a woman, as a queer person, as a Latina, like it's just nothing is safe. Whereas with Democrats, I'm like, at least 3 of those are probably okay.
Let me play devil's advocate for 2 seconds on that, right?
Yeah, go for it.
But, right, women's reproductive rights, those were attacked within the last 4 years.
Uh-huh.
And we have a Democratic leadership in place. We have a vice president. Joe Biden is the president.
Uh-huh.
So how confident were you over the last 4 years that those things wouldn't happen? Because they were still being eroded. They were still happening. And it wasn't like, and they give you the
right,
big,
but they were happening at a state level when they were in more Republican states, right?
Carrot and stick. They're like, oh, we're gonna give you. I mean, you got fucking debated when they were like, oh, you don't owe us this money, and they're like, oh, you still owe us this money, or like, oh, you might not owe us this money.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The fucking student loans.
Oh yeah. Well, for that one, I mean, it didn't pass. Republicans, they have a majority. Republicans, it wasn't gonna pass. It was gonna get shut down.
No, but what I'm saying is like, it wasn't like it was all fucking rainbows and sunshine over the last 4 years. Like you were saying, right. I'm playing devil's advocate with the Republican talking point, which is you were president for the last 4 years, and yet shit got worse for women and shit got worse for people. Because, you know, inflation, everything's more expensive, right? Like,
yeah, but some could say that was also like a result of the previous presidency, a result of COVID.
Trump made that Supreme Court, yeah.
Yeah, Trump made the Supreme Court. Right now they have a majority. It's like, yeah, sorry, like the Joe Biden thing didn't pass. At least the dude wrote something and it tried. You know,
is that this is what like the rest of the country, where they're not maybe thinking about it on such a like bigger picture level. Like to them, it's just the reality of
yeah. And then like they're having book burnings and they're doing away with science in schools. But these are things that are happening at the state level in Republican states. So I do feel very safe in California under a Joe Biden presidency. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that, you know.
Yeah, listen, like I said, I'm just
very safe.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate here in terms of
yeah, and I hate Democrats, so I would definitely I would dig into him if I didn't fucking like him. Like I don't like how he is handling the border. I think he's really tough on immigration. I really do. So I don't know when people say open borders with Joe Biden, I don't see it. I'm like, I live by the border. It's closed a lot of the time. People are having a hard time getting in. It's the most difficult process to get papers. I used to be a fucking visa compliance officer. Don't talk to me about visas. Like, y'all are stupid if you think that Joe Biden is easy on immigration. So I'm like, if anything, we disagree on the more Republican standpoints because they're so to the right.
Yeah, it's never been easy. There's never been an easy right way to get to this country. You get a tourist visa and you overstay it, or you walk here or jump on a boat and get here at a time when people were just letting you get in, and then you figure it out a couple of generations later. That's it.
Yeah. And tell me why, like, fucking, I talked to a guy, Rafa, in Colombia, and he was like so happy that he was finally going to do his interview to be able to get an American visa. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. He was like, yeah, it's been such a long process. I'm like, how long has it been? He's like, well, they gave me the interview date like 2 or 3 years ago, something crazy like that. And then before that, it took like years to apply. And I was like, that's wild. And this isn't the first time that I hear of that. My aunt is going through the same process. It's been decades. And then there's still a chance that after the interview, they say no, right? Because you're brown. But then I have people who are friends from like Ireland or the UK who get here. And after a year, somehow they have a visa. Riddle me that. I'm just saying. Also, on the point to fucking Bonzo's dumb point of racism, yes, it exists in moments like these, okay? Mm-hmm. The color of your skin makes a huge fucking difference.
All right, you want some copium? All right, here you go. Here's a little copium. This is from David Schuster an hour ago, but here it is.
Let's see.
Big picture, giving the counties reporting so far in Wisconsin, Michigan, PA, and Arizona, and the counties, mostly urban area suburbs, lagging. Still to report, Harris is in good shape to win those 4 swing states and finish with 281 EV. Losing Georgia and North Carolina would be irrelevant.
Okay.
All right. This was an hour. This was an hour ago. So.
Oh.
Just heads up. A little copium there. And somebody was retweeting it just
a little something to look forward to. All right, she's at 210.
So I'm saying this. I mean, look, there's a 99% chance that we'll. So you're saying there's a chance?
Exactly. Never say never.
Wait, hold on a second.
I'll stay fucking optimistic till the fucking cows come home.
What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Sorry. For some reason, that's one of the only clips I still have saved there. So
I fucking love that. I mean, we do use that a lot.
Yeah.
We're like hot celebrity divorced. So
yeah, that's mostly for hot celebrity divorce or like Jessica.
Yeah, Alba just
divorce. Like, oh, so you're saying there's a chance? So you're saying there's a chance? Or what's my girl's name?
La Ana de Armas. That's your. Is she married?
She was going on with Ben Affleck, so I don't know.
I'm sorry? With Ben Affleck?
She was going all right. Trump is back. Hey, maybe.
Trump is back, baby.
Maybe. Trump made
more than likely. But I think it's stupid.
Karina's depressed. Bonzo's mad.
You and Bonzo went at it. Our loyal, lovely follower.
And I'm sorry, Sophia. I'm sorry. Sophia was like Sophia was using like force power to try to get me to stop. She was like reaching out, like, no, Lou. I was like, I thought I was just gonna say one thing, but I'm sorry.
You went off on Bonzo. I love that guy.
Yeah.
He's an A1 day one. I feel so defeated too. Yes.
It could be worse. I don't know how. It could be. It could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. Let's see what they're saying here.
I'm here for Lizzie Karina in the chat. Just we're all depressed together. I'm with you.
90% still likely Trump victory. Trump electoral college estimate 301, Harris 237. But again, it's coming down to the same thing we knew fucking 12 hours ago. Which is Pennsylvania is the key. And then some combination of Michigan, Wisconsin, and
I was like, where's Michigan at now? 52.
Michigan.
It's not looking good in Michigan, man. Better in Wisconsin. Just not Michigan's not looking good. 45%? Jesus.
Michigan is 67%, 52% to 45%. Oh my God.
Sheesh. Yeah, they really listen, Gaza, my dude. You needed to say something. She needed to say something, and she didn't say nothing.
She didn't say nothing. She ran towards Joe Biden instead of away from him.
Yeah. And Trump loves Netanyahu. He doesn't care about Palestinians, but he was over here talking about like shit about Israel. I'm like, that's what you got to do. You got to talk a little shit. All right. So you can get this vote. And they didn't care.
It was a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for them.
Doing and saying nothing. Bold strategy.
So far, no. Yeah, because the same people that were already going to vote for Biden, we're going to vote for you. And the only way you could really pivot is take that momentum. She had that great early momentum. And the more she talked, you're right. The more she talked, the more she started doing interviews, the more she just got fucked. Right?
Yeah, she just shouldn't talk.
The more she talked, the more she just was like, oh no, I'm going to be like Joe Biden. I'm gonna be just like Joe Biden. Joe Biden's the best.
And that was the strategy with Joe Biden too. Is they didn't really let him go out there much.
Yeah, well, they had COVID as an excuse.
Yeah, it's true.
Poor Palestine, poor you. No, he's gonna stop the war in like 1 week. And he's got the concept of a healthcare plan. It's gonna be so good, so good,
so good, so good. Yo, my dude, if he stops the genocide, if he just like day one blocks all bombs and stuff to Israel, I might like Trump. He might have me after that.
There's a universe where, listen, he doesn't get to go to jail, so he's just going to be so happy. Yeah, basically his appeasement is, you're right, Liz. His appeasement is going to be, let's end listen, Ukraine, we're not sending you any more money, so make a deal. That's gonna be his strategy. He's gonna stop the money going to Ukraine, which is going to force them to give up Crimea or whatever else. They're gonna have to do a negotiated fucking thing, and the war will stop, and you'll take credit for stopping the war. But Ukraine is gonna lose all the territory that's being fought over right now.
Well, what about
they're not gonna have money.
What about Israel?
Israel is, I think Israel is more, Palestine is more fucked than Ukraine. Ukraine, I think the war is just going to end. But he's going to embolden Netanyahu to just make fucking Gaza a parking lot. And he's going to, listen, don't forget about
the Muslim ban. I mean, yeah, this guy can switch it real quick.
No, but here are the facts Yeah, gonna stop it by handing. Here's the fact of the matter is that a lot of the people that are telling Trump who to pick for the Supreme Court are Christo-fascist, and they are like, remember, some of the biggest supporters of Israel's are, I don't know if are they Catholics or Christians. They're the fucking religious zealots who believe that the end of days is coming and that it's going to happen in Israel, right? So they are pro-Israel because they think that's where like the end of days is going to come from, you know, and they believe that that's happening there. So a lot of the money and a lot of supporters of Israel are Catholics and Christians that believe that. So they might be pro World War III. And the reason that I mean, China loves them, North Korea loves them, Russia loves them. He's talked shit about leaving NATO. So basically, Russia might be emboldened to do more shit. North Korea and China might be emboldened to do more shit. China might move in on Taiwan. I don't know.
So here's the thing, though. Trump can't play both sides. And I mean, now we're getting into international waters. But he can't play both sides if he's going to be cozy with China and Russia. That's anti-Israel. So Israel is our puppet state that we built so we can have some semblance in the fucking Middle East. All right. Which is why all of Washington is corrupt and loves Israel. You can't say a word. All of Hollywood, everywhere. You can't say a word against Israel. So the Gaza thing and Netanyahu being so bloodthirsty, this has been going on for years. And before, no one asked any questions because you could just use propaganda and no one really cared in the United States. But then when you start bombing a bunch of people and causing a genocide, now it's like, and with technology, now it's like a huge deal. And everyone, you know, a lot of people are pro-Palestine and anti-genocide, as they should be. However, that puts the United States in an awkward situation because that is our puppet state. So we are still giving billions of dollars to Israel. Now, if Trump can't be both, if he's going to be pro-China and Russia and be cozy with them, then he can't also be providing Israel with supplies. We can't really be that cozy. And the thing is, once you get into Washington, you have to be cozy with Israel. So it's a weird, we'll see. I don't know. That one's an interesting one because está contra la espada y la pared. Like he, you know, it's the same way you can't be a Nazi and also anti-Islamic. Like it's, you know, choose a fucking lane.
Choose a lane.
Choose a lane. Choose a type of racist.
All right, let's see what our...
The darker the county, the more cost of living, energy prices, gas prices, housing prices in a lot of places have outpaced wage increases.
Oh, is that showing up there?
Try to find me. See the green?
It's a dark
What
box.
does that mean? That's the county where pays inflation.
Talking about county.
You can use a hand.
Cost of living.
Hold on a second.
You know where the cost of living is fucked? San Diego.
Yeah, for some reason, it's not showing. Oh, maybe it's because it's interesting. Maybe it's because it sees that I'm streaming. Who knows?
Oh.
Smart CNN.
Oh, very smart. CNN said, no, you cannot use us.
All right, so where we stand, we got Trump 232, Harris 216. Still the same fucking story. They thought she was losing Virginia, but she won that. North Carolina gone. Florida gone. Texas gone. Those were never going to turn blue. California, Oregon, West, all going blue. New York, obviously, New Jersey, all those states going blue. The surprise there is that she's winning New York and New Jersey at lower numbers than any other Democratic candidate before, which means that a lot of people in New York and New Jersey that normally vote blue did not vote for her.
Which, you know, another thing that we haven't talked about that is I find quite shocking is that the young vote was in a huge thing. Because mind you, Trump came into our lives in 2016, right?
Came down that big, beautiful escalator.
Yeah. I remember the day. Oh, what a good day. Good night, Ms. Lizzie. Have a great rest. And hopefully tomorrow you wake up to some good news.
It's going to be all right.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah. No, the young vote. Yeah. So how many generations? Not generations, but how many every year? You know, there's new batch of voters. By 2024, you would think that the youth vote would be substantial, and we'd be able to lock in a lot more, especially in liberal places like New Jersey. I'm surprised that didn't play a part. Like, is it? Do you think that like the incel part, the young men, are going red? And do you think that that's like, because I do think that like all all these podcasts and this like red pill content, I mean, it looks like it might be having an effect on our generations, on our youngs, on our youth.
Yeah, the prevailing thought was that Gen Alpha would be more left-leaning, Democratic when they started to turn 18, but that doesn't seem to feel like that's a thing.
Yeah.
These men hate women. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the women and Trump's winning with is white women. White women. White women where you saw the biggest raises are white women, Hispanic, and black men.
Shut up, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That's crazy.
The call's coming from within the house, Sophia.
What does that mean again? Sorry, I'm
Oh,
¿Qué significa eso? Calling within the house.
Yeah, it means it's like you're doing it to your. It's coming from
relevant. You're doing it to yourself.
Yeah.
But what in context to what? The white women or the
white women, Hispanic men, black men? Like it just feels like
they do it to themselves.
There's percentage of those voting blocks that are turned to conservative, or that there's something about Trump, whether it's the machismo, whether it's that he's a troll.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that's making people ignore all the things that to me and you and to a lot of people are just glaringly obvious.
Yeah.
There's something going on in his persona that's making these people overlook that shit.
Yeah.
Like literally, like I've had this conversation so many times, and they're like, "Well, the Kamala," and I'm like, "No, look, I'm not a Kamala fan. I'm not a Kamala fan. She's a turd sandwich. It's the literal lesser of two evils. I'm not a fan." But do you understand that every Nazi is for your guy? And how do you feel about being on the same side as Nazis?
Mm-hmm.
And they always say, "Oh, that's not real," or they try to flip it back to like, well, the original Nazis were fucking socialist, and like,
but listen,
the best one is the original racists were Democrats. Democrats were the ones that owned slaves.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because the parties were flipped back then.
Yeah.
As in progressives were the Republican Party. I would have been a Republican back then. So that's dumb. But no, also, I mean, yeah, further on the Nazi point, I mean, yeah, they were socialists. And how did they get started? Because after World War I, fucking Germany saw a terrible economic like downfall because they were the aggressor, right? So all of the fucking allies got, took all their shit. And so you have this like generation of people who are starving and hungry and angry economically. What does that sound like? Late stage capitalism. We're all fucking also frustrated because of this economically. So yeah, it creates aggression and anger. And then you have a very charismatic speaker who fought in World War I bravely, like fucking Hitler. And he starts the Socialist Party, and he's talking about like, I'm going to get these awesome like rights back for you guys. We're going to empower Germany. We're going to feed you guys. You're going to be wealthy. You're not only going to survive, but you're going to live. And guess what? That's how the Nazi Party was born. Okay. One thing leads to another. It's a slippery slope. And we're in the same fucking situation now. Everyone has misplaced anger towards different minorities, whether it's immigrants, trans people, whatever it is, whatever your flavor of racism is, or bigotry, because we all have it, right? That's who you place your anger on. And then we end up with fascistic fucking leaders. That's so yes, when you talk about like, oh, the Nazi Party used to be socialist. Yes, we're actually having the same exact fucking pathway right now because we're all economically fucked. That's just a generation that we inherited, okay? In the 80s, if they hadn't passed the law that made companies being able to vote as if they were humans, if they didn't give human fucking rights to companies, and we didn't go down the fucking capitalism route, we probably would be a lot better off. And now we have generations of people that are poor, okay? And we're all angry, and our anger is misplaced.
Yeah, I mean, we're just all fucked anyway. It's late stage capitalism. Giant meteor. Where you
Giant
at?
meteor. Yeah, you used to be able to have one income in a fucking 3-bedroom home, and you could just buy it with $10 and a sandwich.
Staying at home for the wife was a now
you know, and it's not because of family values and religion and purity culture. It's not because of that. It's because economically they were taxing the rich a lot more. Billionaires didn't exist. That money was pouring in to the middle class. Now it's not. It pisses me off that like people just can't see that, and then they blame the other, whatever the other is. It's so fucking annoying. Fix your economy. Don't blame fucking immigrants or whatever the fuck you want to blame. It's so stupid. I'm over it.
As far as being over it, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm not as depressed as you.
I mean, maybe it's just the apathy, because I mean, I'm depressed just because I know that it's going to be hard times, and I'm already having hard times. So I'm just like, great, harder times. Great. But I mean, at the end of the day, I live in Cali, and Mexico's right there, and I own property over there. So I feel like my life is okay. I'm past the abortion times, you know, I feel like I'd have the child now. But if I was like a high schooler, poor, you know, single mom or something like that, like it'd be fucking terrifying. So I'm just in a lucky place that I can be apathetic a bit, but I also care, and it sucks. I feel like the way that this country is going is very sad.
Yeah, man. Like honestly, I think I do feel like the way the country going is very sad, and I think being in California is one of the only like reasons I'm still here, because I think California in general is good for brown people in terms of like just because of numbers, I guess. And just California seems to be it's a progressive state, you know, and it's not perfect, but it's not the cesspool and the fucking. Does it have a lot of fucking problems? Absolutely. Because it's one of the richest states. So anytime there's money, there's going to be fucking, corruption. Yes, we talked about it last week. There were women in Texas that had to go to the ER like 3 separate times, and they wouldn't do it.
And that's where the depression comes in when you think about how it's going to affect fucking people's lives. Like actually, you know, that shit fucking sucks. Like my cuñada, she doesn't have papers, and literally like a few months ago, she had to like pause from working because she needed to get her visa renewed. She's a DACA recipient. So what if they do away with DACA? You know what I mean? Like things like that where you're like, I know people that this would affect, and that sucks.
100%.
You know, like what the fuck?
1,000%. You're 100% right on that. It's there's a lot of people that live with that piano over their head that's about to fall on them, and it could just mean the one change to another. I do still think that a lot of those things, like pathway to citizenship, is overwhelmingly favored by Americans, just like Americans are overwhelmingly pro-abortion, which is why you're seeing some of these states things that go back to the states, even in red states, abortion being upheld. But again, in a state like Texas, once the fucking you can't unfuck that chicken, once the ultra right Christo-fascist Supreme Court justices are there and that is already resolved, what can a Democratic president without a majority in Congress do to protect reproductive rights in Texas after the Supreme Court has already passed it back to the states, other than packing the court and reversing the decision? Like which again, Democrats are fucking feckless. So they're where would they even get the balls to fucking do that? They'd have to have like 100 to 1. They'd have to have like a super majority
Yeah.
You're doing something like that. Like,
And we're just not going back to those times. And I say it's because of like the fucking state that our economy's in. Wages are not keeping up with freaking rising cost of living. People are hurting. People are working 3 jobs. So
let's see what the Copium is saying, right?
Reclaiming Erie County tonight. Again, this is one of those big sort of quintessentially, you'd call it Rust Belt counties, a lot of big blue collar population there. Where are we waiting for remaining vote in Pennsylvania right now then? We've talked a lot about Philadelphia. Jacob has told us there are going to be a big batch of mail-in votes that we are not going to know until sometime tomorrow.
Oh, so you're saying there's a chance. Wait.
The same-day vote has been running less Democratic than the vote by mail. And again, the big picture in Philadelphia is the Democrats are currently 3 points behind where Joe Biden ran in 2020. And this reflected a bit of
so they might win it.
Won Pennsylvania, obviously, in 20. They were thrilled with that. But their Philadelphia number came down. It's coming down further so far. And unless those remaining mail-in ballots really boost them dramatically, Trump may finish with more than 20% in Philadelphia. Also still to come, we've got a few votes left in Delaware County, suburban county, right outside Philadelphia. But again, right now, Harris is not hitting that Biden number. She absolutely needs to hit and exceed that in these places. Chester County, I think we're pretty much down to the vote by mail in Chester County. Of course, that is the very Democratic vote. So the question becomes, when we get that vote by mail, Harris is at 54.5. She's got to get past, she's really got to move past that Biden number. Will the remaining vote by mail in Chester County do that for her? Up to Montgomery County, more than 3/4 of the vote in here. This is a giant county, though. There are still lots of votes left to come. Again, from Harris's standpoint, she's got to get past that Biden number with what's left to come here. No vote by mail left in Montgomery County. Move up to Bucks County. 2/3 is in right here. This would be, if Donald Trump hangs on here, still plenty of votes to come, though. This would be a flip. And again, of those immediate Philadelphia area counties, this one a little bit more blue collar than the ones I just showed you. So again, that's a trend we're seeing. We saw it in Erie. We saw it in Northampton. We're seeing that in a lot of places tonight. Also, I'm giving you big sort of Democratic vote areas, that Bucks notwithstanding, but Chester, Montgomery, and Delaware. In Southwest Pennsylvania, the 2 big counties here. We've got Washington all in. I want to draw your attention to this because these are 2 big bedroom community suburbs of Pittsburgh. In Washington County, Donald Trump has improved tonight. The core Republican area, he wanted to boost his numbers in a place like this. You can see in Washington, he has. And if you go next door to Westmoreland County, which is even bigger, there is still vote to come in Westmoreland County. Trump currently, take a look at this, 28 points was his margin, 36 here right now. Again, if he finishes above that 28, it's exactly what he wanted to be doing. So the Democrats are going to take something really kind of massive.
It's not looking good, Devo.
It's looking like it might be Jova right now. Like, smart money is on Trump hanging on.
Out of Chester with that.
We're hanging on by a thread here.
Montgomery.
Yeah, not looking good.
I got him at 91% chance of victory.
Trump's advantage here, nearing 90% in Pennsylvania.
All right.
On Allegheny.
Y'all like Trump? No, I can't say I do.
Thank you very much. We've got a call to make. NBC News can project at this hour, and this
test
is
him, actually.
That the Republican
To be fair, I don't like Kamala either.
Control the United States Senate. Now, what tipped this over is that NBC News is also projecting a couple of Senate races since we last won Senate.
Yeah, goes back.
Nebraska. Incumbent Republican Deb Fischer is projected to have held off a very stiff challenge from, interestingly,
to Mexico.
Independent challenger Dan Osborne, not a Democrat, but an independent.
You going to Colombia? About to get crazy. I agree. I mean,
Fischer, but NBC
it is. Oh, you missed the whole stream. We've been talking about this so much. And I'm depressed. We're depressed, man. We're hurting.
Nebraska Senate race. I should also
Dan Osborne, Deb Fischer, Nebraska.
In the Utah Senate race.
So the Senate is red.
Projected a winner in the
fuck that guy. He diddled kids.
How red is
that
it?
is being left by Mitt Romney, by Utah Senator Mitt Romney. It will be held by the Republicans, by Republican candidate John.
I can't believe Ted Cruz is back. That slimy bastard.
Fischer secured hers. That puts the Republican control of the Senate on the books, according to NBC
I don't like
News
his face.
projections. Lawrence, let me just get your reaction to that.
Well, this is huge because in the event of
we have a majority in the Senate. Where's my news?
Would not be able to get any federal judges confirmed. I mean, any, like not any district court, not any appeals court, not any Supreme Court for an entire 4 years. On the other hand,
Kanye. That would have been more entertaining.
all of those judges can just sail right through. It could mean that Donald Trump manages to broker the retirement of 2 Republican Supreme Court justices and replaces them with much younger justices.
No.
The issue now becomes, what about
I hate the fact that
what are we
Supreme
gonna
Court
end up
justices can serve their whole lives.
if the Democrats can
We need to
get
vote that out
control of the
immediately.
House, then they really have
Well, this is
control
another
of
thing,
government.
which is
they do not have control of the confirmation process.
like that right there. Like the Democrats would win control of the Senate, and they wouldn't
do anything. Yeah,
they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't be like, yes, all our judges are. They'd be like, no, we want a Republican on the committee because we feel it's fair. But the Republicans get in and like, yeah, we're just gonna do everything that we're allowed to do because we won. We're gonna do it.
And
Like,
that's the
we're
thing
not
about
gonna-
Republicans. Like, they get shit done. Bad shit, terrible shit.
Yeah, they get.
But
shit
they get it done.
They get shit done at local level, which influences elections, state legislation.
Democrats don't do nothing.
They're fucking. They don't. They never do shit.
Again, we don't expect to be hearing from Vice President Harris, but I think actually if we can
Got a Senate majority.
not here, so we can hear
Who's
Senator
this?
Richmond and what he's going to say to the crowd, and also how the crowd receives.
All right.
This
I
is
don't
live
know.
from Howard
Who is
University
who
in
is that?
Washington,
Who's that thick man?
Oh, he's coming to talk about Kamala. We're not giving up.
Wonder what Kamala's up to right now.
Good evening,
What do you think she's
Howard.
doing? Howard University? Where are we? Where are we?
This
Good
is
evening,
where
HQ.
Kamala is watching the election.
Ah.
I want to say good evening to all of the Harris campaign, the campaign family. Thank you for all that you have done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in the promise of America.
I don't believe in nothing.
We still have votes to count. We still have states that have not been called yet. We will continue overnight
Copium.
to fight to make sure
Overnight.
that every
Keyword.
vote is counted, that every voice has spoken. So you won't hear from the vice president tonight, but you will hear from her tomorrow. She will be back here tomorrow to address not only the HU family, not only to address her supporters,
Yeah, Howard
to
University,
address
yeah.
the nation. So thank you. We believe in you. May God bless you. May God keep you. And go HU and go Harris. Thank you all.
That was a whole bunch of copium.
Yeah, I just realized that I'm like the saddest about the fact that Tim Walz won't be our vice president. Like, that breaks my heart way more than Harris not being president. I just wanted him in my life, and I wanted him to give school lunches
Facts.
to everybody.
Pennsylvania's not going to get called tonight.
Darn. How do you know? Wait, what?
93% chance.
Minnesota's tight too. This is just terrible. And I'm supposed to go to my government job tomorrow? After California just voted for legalized slavery? Wow. Hey, man. Same-sex marriage, though.
Yeah. Like, yeah, the gays had a good night.
We did not. Yeah, everyone else did. And fucking slaves can happen in California. Also, the minimum wage didn't go up. Also, Measure E for higher taxation in the city of San Diego didn't go up. Now, you might think that's positive. It's not. They're at a 7.75%, where everyone else surrounding them is at an 8.75. So they're a whole dollar more.
What?
Sales tax. So, yeah, that's weird. It's
What's that
weird,
mean?
man. It just means that the city of San Diego pays less sales tax than other cities. For example, the city of Chula Vista, city of National City, Los Angeles, like all of them. They just stayed the lowest. And therefore, the city of San Diego gets less money. And so that dollar would keep us in line with the taxation of other cities. So it's logical that it would go up. But most people hear higher taxes and they vote no. So they voted no. So Measure E did not pass, which is a bummer because I work for the city and that would have been great. And it also would have kept us in line with Chula Vista and like other localized cities. So that kind of sucks. That's more of a local, a small government. But I love small government. I keep it, in touch with these things, and that sucks.
San Diego Minute.
It's a San Diego Minute, baby.
Ah, yes. Cuban.
I wish.
No, I don't know. Somebody's wants some money.
I don't know what she's talking about medicines, but you know what? You can go to Mexico for medicine because our healthcare is about to non-exist. Yeah! Pharmaceutical companies are about to get into the government.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know what's good though? And I must admit this, I did invest in Tesla like decades ago. And then it dropped. It dropped massively. And I've been waiting for a second to get out. But it just dropped and it hasn't gone up at all. So maybe I'm just seeing how I can make lemonade out of these lemons.
Say goodbye to fluoride in your water and your abuelita because they're both going back to Mexico.
Yeah.
Bold
of you to assume I have an abuelita. Wow.
Well, not you. Wow. But I'm saying
how privileged of you.
In general, all
of you. The collective you. The collective. Yeah.
The collective you that do have teeth and do brush your teeth. No fluoride for you. Which I don't know. I mean,
fluoride.
Look how it worked for England. They're doing all right without fluoride in their water, right?
Are they? Have you seen their teeth?
That was a joke.
That was a joke. Oh, got it. Phew! I totally caught that one.
Better late than
literally.
Better late than never.
Thank you.
Slip right through your teeth. Yeah, it was a fucking British have bad teeth joke. No fluoride and RFK. Listen, if there's somebody who wants handling vaccines, the medical establishment, and what we should put in our food is the guy who fucking dumped the dead bear carcass in Central Park, right? He's a Kennedy.
Oh yeah, you're right.
What could he be?
That was a wild story about the bear carcass. Oh my god, it's so crazy how fucking loony these people are, and now they're gonna be like the grown-ups in the room.
Listen,
I love my government job.
Give myself a shot here while I'm on camera.
I wish I had alcohol. I need something.
No, this is like my actual
Oh. Are you giving yourself a shot? Where? Ass shots?
I need to feel the pain.
You need to feel anything.
I need to feel something.
Something.
You know what's a good way to therapy, I've heard? Tattoos.
Is it? Tattoos. Yeah, tattoo therapy.
Yeah, you guys should come down.
Painful. I need to design.
Half off Kamala tattoos.
All right, I like that.
Mamala tattoos.
I need to. I've been really struggling to think of what I want to get on my thigh, but it needs to happen. It needs to happen soon. No ideas. No suggestions. Cool.
What was the question?
Did I freeze?
Yeah, for a quick second. I'm sorry.
Oh darn. Okay. No, I was just talking about tattoos. On the topic of tattoos, how I need to get my thigh tattoo soon, but I have no ideas. Blinking.
Oh, because you have the mark there, right?
Yeah, the dog bite.
But you said it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's just the placement is weird because it's not like a sexy upper thigh tattoo that you can maybe like loop. It's like the lower thigh, so it's closer to the knee, sort of.
You could do like cliche stuff. You could do like a not a garter, but something like a band around.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
You know, just figure a design that matches that, like even if it's like tribal or like something like ornate.
Yeah.
Do it around.
All right, I like it. That's a good one. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's almost like I do this I give people tattoo consultations on the daily.
It's like you work at a tattoo shop. So weird.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Tattoo Main Street. Come on, get some ink. Yeah. So I mean, basically, that's where we're at. There's nothing's gonna happen tonight. But we kind of already knew that. It's just been an interesting night of copium. It still looks like 90 to 95% chance that Donald Trump is going to be once again our president. In a stunning rebuke of Joe Biden and the Democratic Party still being fucking warmongering fucking cucks, genocidal fuck faces, and the economy fucking sucking right now.
Yeah, that part.
Food is expensive, and people vote with their wallets. So Kamala turns out not to be the hope and change candidate because she's too closely associated with the current. People did not differentiate her from Joe Biden enough, and and I think in those states, it's not like, oh, it's like, how is she telling me that things are going to be better that if she's already in office? They don't see the vice president as just a ceremonial position. They see them as part of the administration and somebody responsible for the shit that they're in. So she's getting a rebuke, and the administration is getting a rebuke at this moment. They still have a shot. They could get a massive dump tonight, as I'm feeling one coming on. And sorry, Kenny. And then there might be a massive dump coming on, which means we could wake up to shifting numbers, and it could be like another thing, setting up more TV drama. But I don't think nothing's gonna change tonight so far as much.
Yeah.
She just spoke to her. She spoke to him. She said she's not talking to him. That means no concession tonight, no matter what. And I don't think they're calling the state until they get those last numbers, and then even then it might trigger a recount in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's a juicy one, but not looking super great. But let's not lose hope. But also just remember, you may not fuck with politics, but it fucks with you. Okay? So hope everyone voted. Unless it was for Trump.
Fuck your third party? Is that what we're saying?
Huh?
Fuck your third party? No. We need more parties. We need like 8
No,
parties.
we need more valid parties that are actually allowed in the debates.
Yeah, we need a
What the
wider...
fuck is this two-party system?
It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm all politicked out, Sophia. So,
Samesies.
I think we did we had an interesting enough conversation here tonight with everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for coping or gloating or whatever it is that you were here to do. It's all right. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, very lively chat. Thank you guys for contributing.
It could suck. It's going to suck a lot. And then it won't suck. And then it'll suck a whole lot. And then it'll be like, what? And then it'll be like, what?
Yeah.
So,
shock, no speech from Harris tonight. Yeah, that is shocking. Do you think Trump is going to do a speech before we go?
Yeah, I think after the Harris speech, his move is going to be something to the extent of like, I don't think it'll be him, but it'll be his campaign, maybe JD Vance or somebody like.
Oh God, Vance!
Or somebody's gonna be like, look, it's very clear. The numbers are very clear. We're up big. They're gonna try to cheat tonight. They're gonna try to do it. I saw a guy, big guy, burrito guy, said I have a podcast. Make it interesting. I said, sure, Mr. Burrito. It's gonna be something like that, to that effect.
Yeah.
He's gonna name drop me and you for sure.
Yeah. Oh, can't wait.
We're
ready to sell out, baby.
The gente, they love Trump. They love the Latinos, but they love me too.
2025 bingo card, we become grifters.
Listen, there's an established cross of Trump voters. There's an established amount of Trump voters that also like to listen to us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm just saying it's there. Like there's listen, if there's one thing is that we've established the Latinos are not a voting bloc, right? Obviously, we're not a monolith, and some of us are dumb fucking stupid.
Yeah.
We're not all fucking progressives like Sophia and I.
We all got pendejos in the family. It's okay.
Like Sophia and I, and we're not as
wish I had the glasses.
Intellectual.
Yes. What the fuck was that? You do look so much smarter with those glasses.
Right? Is it like
your IQ level just,
So, yeah, let's go politics and this and that. It's like, I feel that this election is going to be won by the male Latino votes.
Yeah, you even get a little lisp.
A little lisp?
Oh, yeah. Very good.
All right.
Anyway.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We love you. Thanks for listening. Make sure you guys leave a like on the stream wherever you're watching us. Follow us. All that good stuff. If you tuned in today for the first time, tune in again. We'll do this again next Tuesday. We'll be talking about film and stuff and the upcoming San Diego Film Week. As always, my name is Luis. That is Sophia. We'll try better next time. Life's better if you stay out of the comment section. Watch out for a big dump tonight. And good night.
Hasta luego.
Vamos, papá, hay que irnos. Me estoy aguantando desde que pusieron el domo.
Puedes esperar. Muchas personas trabajaron en esta película y solo quieren que te aprendas sus nombres de memoria.
Y yo quiero asegurarme de que ningún animal resultó lesionado durante la filmación de esta película.
¡Listo! ¡Uy, palomitas en el suelo! ¡Wow!
Espera, parece que Maggie tiene algo que decir. Revela tu primera palabra.